Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be working on lesson number 8. We're going to be drawing proportions of the head and face. Our previous lesson, we were doing measuring and sighting and drawing. We're going to use some of those skills for today. We're going to look at proportion. Proportion refers to the relative size of the parts of a whole. So today we're going to be looking at different sizes of the head, or different parts of the head, and to make it as a whole. All right, let's get started. When you first start off drawing a head, a lot of people like to just draw their heads round, right? So you know your head is not round. So you like to start off by, you always want to remember to draw very lightly so you can always go back and erase. So first I'm going to get a good circle going. And I know my head's not circle, so I'm going to kind of go down and trying to get this alien shape kind of going, right? An oval shape. But I can always go back and erase the unnecessary lines. So I'm just trying to get a nice shape down. And again, guys, make sure you guys are drawing lightly. All right, so that is the start of my head. If you have not noticed, a lot of people like to just draw their eyes in the middle of their head, right? Or in the top of their head, and their hair in the top, and their hair just on the top. So if you didn't know, your eyes actually go in the middle of your head. So first we're going to divide your face up into sections. We're first going to draw a line going directly in half of your head. Okay, so this is the top, and this is the bottom. Okay, so right in the middle of your head. So now we're going to divide the rest of it up again. So we're going to take from this to the top of your head, we're going to divide it again. Remember, light, very soft lines, so you can go back and erase. I want you guys to remember while you guys are drawing these that all our heads and all our features on our face, we're all different. So even though I'm teaching you this today, does not really mean that all faces are truly the same. Some people have rounder faces, some people have skinnier faces, so keep that in mind. So now I have my head divided up into 3 sections. Right? So the first, we're going to draw our eyes. There's actually about 5 eyes going across from your head from the one side of your head to the other. Okay? So you got to kind of estimate about where that middle eye is. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you might want to go back and kind of rearrange a little bit about how far and width, but it is about 5 eyes across. So you can go ahead and put in your top of your eyelid right under it. And usually your eyes, it's not in the middle of your eye, it's this line kind of goes on the top of your eyelid. All right? So now we're going to look at the top. So the next line up here, that's going to be your hairline. So your hairline, you can kind of start to just think about how it comes down. And hair never starts on the top of your head, right? All right, now we're going to think about where our nose falls. So our nose will fall right actually at the end of this middle line right here, the second line that you drew. So your nose, or your outside of your nostrils, actually go directly down from the middle eye lines. Okay? We know that our nose goes right here, and our bottom of our nose actually goes right at the end. Okay? And you can kind of, depending on who you're drawing and what you're drawing, you guys can kind of go back and erase where you need to. All right. So we're going to have to think about where our pupils go. So if we're going to draw our pupils right in the middle like this, you got to think about where the end of our mouth goes. So if I were to divide this bottom piece into 3 sections, so 1, 2, 3. So we got 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So the bottom of that section, or the top of that section, is going to be the top of your lips. And this bottom section is kind of like that dimple in your chin, all right? So depending on your face, again, I want you guys to go back and to really make that face a little bit more realistic. Okay, so now we're going to think about the edges of my lip. I know my lip is too far out. So you actually take the middle of your pupils and you go directly down, and that is where your corner of your lip should be. Right? Again, this is not all true for all humans, but majority of it, you guys will see that it's true. All right, so now I gotta think about ears. My ears are going to be at the bottom. My bottom of my ear goes to the bottom of my nose, and the top of my ear goes to where my eyebrows are. So a little bit above the eye. So we're gonna start to think about. Right. Now this looks pretty weird and rough, but I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna erase a lot of stuff, right? So again, let's go back over what we've done so far. So we have a whole face. We divide it in half with 1. Then we divide in half again, 2 and 3. And divide in half again, we get our top of our hairline. And we get the bottom of our nose. And by dividing the chin from the nose, nostril down, you get 3 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's 3 sections, 1, 2, and 3. In those 3 sections, you have the piece in between your nostril and the top of your lip. You have the top of your lip to the bottom of your dimple in your chin, and you have from the dimple in your chin to the bottom of your chin. All right, your nose will line up with the bottom of your earlobe, and the top of your eyebrows will line up with the top of your ears. Now this is pretty true. If you look at me, you will notice that everything is pretty equal. The bottom of my ears should equal to the bottom of my nose. And my eyebrow goes to the top of my ears. Now this is also true if I were to stand sideways and look sideways, you will also see that it stays true all the way around, right? All right, good luck drawing your face.